Most players train for years and never actually get better. Not because they're lazy, because they're working on the wrong things entirely. This video fixes that. Look at this clip. What do you think is going wrong? The touch? The decision? No, it's neither. There are two things destroying this player's development, and neither of them are technical. Mistake 1, isolated repetition. That's when you drill a skill with no defender, no pressure, no consequence. Think of it like this. Imagine you're learning to drive, but only ever in an empty car park. You get good at the car park. The second you hit a real road, with traffic, with stakes, everything falls apart. That's exactly what isolated repetition does to your game. Mistake 2, outcome fixation. Measuring your session by whether the shot went in, not whether the movement was right. A good decision with a bad outcome is still a good decision. If you only chase results, you stop learning process, and process is everything. Here's something the military figured out decades ago that football coaching has almost completely ignored. Special forces units use a method called stress inoculation. You cannot train a skill in a calm environment and then expect to use it in a chaotic one. The brain stores skills with emotional tags. If you learn something relaxed, your brain files it under relaxed. When a match gets intense, a crowd, a defender in your face, a scoreline on the line, your brain cannot find the file. The skill is there. You just trained it in the wrong state. This is why players who look elite in training fall apart on match day. It is not nerves. It is neuroscience. The fix is to introduce controlled stress into every single session you run. The concept is called deliberate adaptation. It is the gap between training more and training right. Every elite player develops two things simultaneously: a technical foundation and a decision-making framework. Your technique is the weapon you use. Your decision-making is the trigger. One without the other is completely useless. Here's the mechanic. Research shows it takes 400 to 600 repetitions to build a new motor pattern, but over 3,000 to unlearn a bad one. Every poor rep you do right now is costing you future development. Your entire job in training is to make every repetition as game realistic as possible. Tool 1, pressure stacking. This means adding a consequence to every drill you run. No touch practice without a defender, no finishing without a time limit, no passing without a pressing trigger. Most players train in comfort. Comfort does not transfer to a match. The brain only sharpens when there is something at stake. At your next session, take one drill you already do and add one constraint: a defender, a countdown, a target you have to hit, or you restart from zero. That single change rewires how your brain processes the movement. One constraint: the improvement compounds faster than you expect. Tool 2, decision anchoring. This means pre-deciding your action based on what you see before the ball arrives. Watch Neymar before he receives the ball. The moment the pass is played, he already knows his next two actions. He is not reacting. He is executing a decision he made 0.4 seconds ago. At your next session, before every receive, identify two options before the ball reaches you, just two. The habit of pre-scanning rewires your reaction speed permanently. Tool 3, failure logging. After every session, Write down one moment where your decision was wrong. Not your touch, not your finish, your decision. Why did you make that choice? What information did you miss? What would you do differently? This is what separates players who plateau from players who keep climbing. The ones who log their failures are the ones who stop repeating them. Here's something almost nobody talks about. It is called perceptual anticipation. Your brain's ability to predict what happens next based on patterns it has already processed. Elite players do not react faster because of genetics. They react faster because they have seen the situation so many times. Their brain skips the processing step entirely. They are not thinking. They are recognizing. Here's the drill. Watch 5 minutes of match footage every single day. Not passively, actively. Pause before every key moment. Ask yourself, what happens next? Who moves? Where does the ball go? What does the defender do? Then unpause. Check if you were right. Over time, your predictions get sharper. Do this for 30 days straight. Your pattern recognition on the pitch will accelerate faster than any physical training ever could. What is the one thing from this video you are applying at your next session? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. If this gave you something real, subscribe. Fresh breakdowns every week. See you in the next one. Footy.